Okay, we're bringing to order the Lakeville Parks Commission meeting, August 24th at 6:33 p.m. We have some work we have to do here before we start the meeting. Calling the Lakeville Parks Commission meeting to order on Monday, August 24th, 2020 at 6:33 p.m. in accordance with the governor's order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, general laws 30A, subparagraph 20, relating to the 2020 novel coronavirus outbreak emergency. The August 24th, 2020 public meeting of the Lakeville Parks Commission shall be physically closed to the public to avoid group congregation. However, to view this meeting in process, please go to facebook.com/lakecam. You do not need a Facebook account to view the meeting. This meeting will be recorded and available to be viewed at a later date at www.lakecam.tv. Confirming all the members that are here. As a preliminary note, this is Scott Holmes. I'm the chairman of the Lakeville Parks Commission. Permit me to confirm that all members, staff, and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Commissioners, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Mr. Joe Kasha.
Aye, here, yes.
Okay. Ms. Paula Houle.
Here telephonically.
All right. Who else do we have? Mr. Jesse Medford.
Here.
Okay, great. Mike Nolan is not present. Nellie Woodburn Clark.
Here.
Here. And I don't believe we have any anticipated speakers on the agenda, but we may have one here with us tonight, and that would be our town administrator. Is she here?
He
No,
was
she's
muted,
not.
but
Okay.
yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Introduction to remote meeting. Good evening. This open meeting of the Lakeville Parks Commission is being conducted remotely, consistent with the Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, due to the current state of the emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of COVID-19 virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings. And as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed to encourage to participate remotely. Thank you. The order which you may find the order which you will find posted with the agenda materials for this meeting allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. Ensuing public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. For the meeting, the Lakeville Parks Commission is convened by video conference via Zoom as posted on the town's website. For Zoom meetings, please note that this meeting is being recorded and that some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you, and take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. Meeting materials, all supporting materials that have been provided, members of this body are available at the town's website unless otherwise noted. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless I note otherwise. Meeting ground rules. We are now turning to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, please permit me to cover some ground rules. For effective and clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes, I will introduce each speaker on the agenda. After they have concluded their remarks, the chair will go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide any comment, questions, or motions. Please hold until your name is called. Furthermore, please remember to mute your phone or computer when you are not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly and in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. For any response, please wait until the chair yields the floor to you and state your name before speaking. If members wish to engage in colloquy with other members, please do so through the chair, taking care to identify yourself. Finally, each vote taken in this meeting will be conducted on a roll call vote. Remember that, Scott. Okay, moving on to the first agenda item. Minutes. They're not on the agenda, but we have to approve minutes. So have you had a chance to look at the minutes? Joe?
Yes.
Yep. Paula?
Yes.
Jesse?
Yes, they're on the minutes under old business. I mean, on the agenda as the old business.
Okay, all right. So we'll go, all right, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Any new business for the commission? Anybody have any
Yes.
new business, Joe?
No.
Jesse? Paula?
Yes,
I'm sorry, Jesse, yeah,
Can I-
did you have something?
I said I have nothing new.
Okay, Paula, you said you had something?
yes, I would like to float the possibility of putting out bids for snack bars at Clear Pond Park, John Pond Park, and the Ted Williams Camp Snack Bar. I think this would bring in revenue for the Park Commission, more revenue, and I would like to have this researched.
Okay, currently, I'll just give you a little history with that. Currently, Clear Pond Park is run by the Clear Pond Park staff. So all income and expenses are generated and paid by the town. Ted Williams Camp Snack Bar has historically been run by baseball. We don't receive any income and we don't pay any expenses towards it. The one at John Pond Park, if I'm wrong, Joe, just please correct me, but that is run by the Freetown Lakeville softball. And again, the same thing, any income generated and expenses paid are attributable to them.
And who runs Clear Pond Park Snack Bar,
We do,
Scott?
we do.
Okay. Okay.
Clear Pond
Is that
Park
a-
is run by the Clear Pond Park staff.
Okay. All right, just trying to think of a way of generating some more money for the park department. And is that something doable or something we can look into, or just it's not a good idea?
Well, what we do at Clear Pond Park, I think is entirely up to us. However,
Okay.
we structure it, whether it's the current way or a new way, there's no one to tell us yes, no, or indifferent. Unless it's an absolute bad idea, then obviously somebody will tell us. The other two, I think we would need to have conversation with those groups because currently they use it as a fundraiser for their groups.
Okay.
That's how it's set up. They pay all the electric, they pay, they pay for everything and they realize any of the receipts. So I think we would have to have conversation as a group and have a concrete plan and then be able to bring it to them and explain why we want to change. That would be my take on it. Joe, do you have any comment?
No, like I said, right now it's, I'll speak for the one at John Pond. It's run by Free Lake Softball. So it's, they staff it, they supply it, and they reap the benefits.
Okay.
Clear. Mhm.
Clear Pond Park, Jesse, do you have any comments?
Well, next year when we reopen, hopefully we'll just work on some efficiencies to make more money off of it then. But right now it's not getting used at all, so something for next year to discuss.
Did we make money on it last year, Jesse?
The concessions, yes.
We made money at Clear Pond Park Snack Bar
The concessions profit, yes.
concessions.
Or snack bar.
Concessions is the snack stand.
Yeah. I didn't think we came out ahead, but I may have misunderstood. Okay.
The park as a whole did not come out ahead, but the concessions makes money.
The snack bar, the review we got today showed how much was allotted and how much it cost. And there was a big difference. That's why I came up with the
We'll
idea.
talk about, the spreadsheet we'd have to talk about later.
Yeah, I can understand, but I just wanted to give you an overview of why I am suggesting this. Okay,
It's definitely a conversation we can have. We do have time on that. I mean, it's not something that has to be decided tonight or next week or the week after.
mm-hmm,
If you'd like to look into that, Paula, and get back to the rest of the board with some possibilities, I think that would, it's definitely worth talking about.
yeah, it might be a little more money in our pocket. That's what my concern is. Okay,
Yep, no, understandable, and I like your thinking.
well, thank you. I'm done.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you, Paula. Okay, moving on to old business. Review and approve the minutes. Let's go to the oldest one first, January 6th. Maureen, correct me if I'm wrong. With Mike Nolan not being here, and he was one of the 3 people that were there, we can't ratify these minutes.
You can use something called the rule of necessity.
Okay,
And then the people that are there can jump in and ratify them without him. Or you can just wait for him for next time, and just in case he had something that he wanted to add.
Yeah.
I usually err on the side of caution and will
Right.
wait for someone. The rule of necessity usually comes into play where there's some urgency about it. So I would wait.
okay, thank you. Nellie, did Mike make any changes to any of the minutes? Did he make any changes to those?
Not to the January 6th one, but I
Okay.
think he mentioned he didn't receive it before, so I sent it again.
Yeah.
He did give me changes to January 27th, which I did put in. They were just grammatical, nothing
Okay.
changing the content.
All right, then, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to table ratifying the January 6th, 2020 minutes until Board Member Nolan can have a chance to be with us and vote on them.
I make a motion, we hold off on signing, approving the minutes for the January 6th meeting until Mike is present. Have a second?
Do I have a second?
I'll second
This
that.
is Paula.
Thank you. Any further discussion? None heard, all those in favor? Joe Kasha,
Aye,
Aye.
Paula,
aye,
Jesse,
Aye.
Scott Holmes, aye. Okay, that's passed, and we will wait for Mike on that. Okay, moving to January 27th. Scott, Mike, Joe, Justin,
Same issue.
same issue. Yeah. But Mike did make corrections, but he is not here to vote on it. Are you able to highlight some of the changes that he did?
Yes, give me 1 second. I have them.
That's okay. I'd like to entertain a motion to table this also until Mr. Nolan can be here.
Motion to table the January 27th minutes until Mike Nolan can be here and we have a quorum of voters for that.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second?
I second.
Thank you. Thank you. Any further discussion? None heard. All those in favor of tabling the January 27th minutes till Commissioner Nolan can be back with us, please vote accordingly. Joe Kasha,
Aye.
Paula,
Aye,
Jesse,
Aye.
Scott Holmes, aye. Thank you. Okay, moving right along. August 10th, 2020. Joe, Jesse, Scott, Paula. Okay, we can vote on this one.
Woohoo!
Did anyone have any changes that needed to be made? Joe?
No, he did not.
Okay. Jesse?
No, I didn't.
Paula?
no, I do not.
And I had no changes. I would entertain a motion to accept these minutes.
I motion to accept the minutes from August 10th, 2020 as written.
Thank you.
Second?
Second, any further discussion? None heard. All those in favor? Joe Kasha,
Aye.
Jesse Medford,
Aye.
Paula,
Aye.
and Scott Holmes, aye. Thank you very much. August 10th, 2020 is fine. Thank you. Okay, moving along. Loon Pond Lodge, SEM updates, general updates. Paula, do you have anything? I know you're new at this position, but do you have anything? Have you had a chance to meet with any of the people from SEM?
No, I have not been notified. I don't know where to meet them, so I'm waiting for your cue.
Okay. Okay, I will contact Nikki and try to set something up so that we can do a socially distancing. Hello?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we'll go with that. There's not much on that right now. I know there is a function coming up, our first function at the end of the month. I believe it's an outdoor, Nellie, help me,
Yes.
Shower.
outdoor shower. What area are they using?
The outside behind the Loon Pond Lodge.
Okay. All right. So we got to get somebody in there to clean up around the barbecue pits. It hasn't been mowed all summer. And Bobby's been mowing the rest of it. So around the lodge is fine. We'll just have to make sure he picks up around there. And maybe we can get Ryan to do a quick mow in there. It's not too bad. It just needs a little sprucing up.
SEM also mentioned that the gazebo needs weeding as well. I don't know if the group was trying to use it for pictures, but I think it was mentioned that the gazebo needs to be weeded.
Oh, boy.
Okay. All right. We'll try. She doesn't work for us anymore. All right. I believe that's all we have for Loon Pond Lodge SEM at the moment.
I have a question.
What? Yes, go ahead, Jesse.
So behind that, well, actually, it's behind the office. The new shed, is that going to be painted to match everything else? I think it looks now, but I think it looked much better if it ends up matching.
Yes, I hope so. You know, it would be great for it to look the same of everything else.
Mr. Chair, it will be. The plan is to paint it exactly the same.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you.
I was anticipating that it would. They just got it set up, so you know, they haven't had a chance to get it painted. I'm sure they will when they get a chance. They'll be able to use it after the next election. They'll be able to put their stuff in there, so that'll work out good. Anybody else have any questions about Loon Pond Lodge or SEM?
Yeah, I got just two questions for you.
Okay, go ahead.
About the area in back there, the gazebo and the mowing area. Can we get a commitment that we are going to have that thing weeded before the event? We'd hate to have it present with weeds and all that if there's an event going to be there.
Unless you're going to commit to weeding it,
Well, I mean,
can't guarantee that. I will do my best, but I'm
Okay,
working
well,
extra hours right now, and I can't do it.
I don't want you doing it, but is that something Bob can do? That he can also-
That's going to be my phone call tomorrow morning
okay.
because
My
I know Mike is busy.
well, we don't Mike doing it, obviously.
No. Mike's our liaison with the
Yeah.
employees, so
Okay.
I'm not going to ask him to call anybody.
Yeah, okay.
I will call Bobby tomorrow morning.
All right. Second question, with the alarm codes of the SEM, did we ever get that figured out? I know we were going to be have a session on that, but the COVID kind of messed it up a little bit. But are we all set on who has what codes and all that stuff for that building?
It messed it up a lot. And no, we haven't assigned codes to anyone that I know of. Have we, Nellie?
No,
But this event's going to be using the inside, right? They'll be going in there.
What's
no,
that?
the event's gonna be outside.
But what about the bathrooms inside?
Oh,
I'm sure
I
they're
don't,
using the bathroom.
are they gonna use the inside bathroom?
Well, if they're going to be at the lodge, I'm assuming they would be.
There
The other
was-
ones, go ahead.
Sorry, there was discussion about it back and forth, so I don't know where that ended, where they were going to rent the CW room for kind of use as well, so then they could have access to the bathroom. But for an outdoor event only, we weren't going to unlock the building.
Well, we've got to provide some type of bathroom.
Is
Sorry, Paula, go ahead.
is SEM on the campus at the time, or is there not someone from SEM there during this function?
There is always either someone from SEM or from the bartending service there.
Okay, maybe they could unlock the door to use the bathroom. Is there a problem with that?
I think monitoring and cleaning was the question.
It is, and more than one person can
I
go in the
thought-
bathroom. I think it would be better served to, as Bobby was cleaning today, the outdoor bathroom. They're single stall
Yeah.
bathrooms, so you don't have the issue of multiple people in the bathroom at one time.
Where's the single bathroom?
They're in the Pines
that
Hall.
I thought they were closed off. Am I wrong? No?
They are presently. But-
Okay. We would open them for that event.
Correct. Correct.
Thank you.
I got a question for that there. I mean, if people are renting this area, building, whatever. I mean, is there any way we can say, if you either put something on their door saying one person at a time, or mask be one in there? It just seems awfully odd if we have a person renting the hall and we say, you gotta use the bathroom out in the Pines. Can't we get the thing inside cleaned up and be used? It just doesn't, I don't know, I wouldn't be happy if I was renting a place and I had to go to a place in the Pines there for the bathrooms. So, I mean, we look at
Nellie,
this.
are they renting the CW room?
I don't know for sure. Let me check if it's notated here.
Because if they are, we have to provide the
Either
indoor
way, you
bathroom.
expect a bathroom
It does.
available.
It does say location CW, but I don't know if that was before this whole conversation occurred or after. I'd have to check with SEM on this one. Joe, I think the issue is also that they're not paying a cleaning fee. The cleaning crew is not coming in and cleaning that bathroom afterwards
Yeah, I was going to ask that next.
because they're
Right.
outdoors, so they don't get a cleaning charge because they're not supposed to be using the indoor bathroom. So I'm not sure where the
Then they
discussion went.
Then they shouldn't be in the CW room.
Right. I think part of the discussion was renting the CW room to gain access, but then they were also thinking about just getting a portable restroom for the outside area as an alternative, but I have to check with SEM on where that landed.
Okay, if you could check with SEM and get back to me tomorrow on that.
Yeah.
And to open the inside bathrooms up to them, that would need the Board of Health to change the rule on it also, wouldn't it?
And is the water shut off there?
No, the water's on in that bathroom.
Okay,
It's always on in that bathroom. The building's always got water running.
okay.
Let me, I gotta call Bob anyhow and see where he stands. And he was out there cleaning that bathroom today. Let's see where he stands on that. That's why you saw the door open. He was probably letting it air out. Because he had to clean extensively the walls with some rust remover and what have you. So let me contact Bob tomorrow. Nellie, you check with SEM, and I will try and pin down Bobby to weed and make sure those bathrooms are clean. So at least we have the 2 outside bathrooms, unless they're renting the CW room. But again, that's still an issue, as Jesse pointed out.
Yeah, I'll double check.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else? Okay. We're going to move forward to Ted Williams Camp updates. General updates are usually done by Mr. Nolan. He's not available to make it tonight. I will point out a couple things, and then I'll let Paula highlight some items that she's been working on. The first thing is they did open up the parking lot again. It's cooled a little bit. They've been spreading loom around the outskirts of the whole entire parking lot, and putting down some seed and watering it as they can. So that's a positive. Franklin did bring in a company to project out parking. So they will get their recommendations to us so that we can take a look at them and see what it looks like. The preliminary from what I've heard from Maureen and Franklin is that, we're looking close to 70 parking spots, which is absolutely fantastic. If they can do that, that will be great, along with an entrance to the maintenance building and handicap parking, and leaving the open entrance that we have going out to the fields. Other than that, not too much on Ted Williams Camp. I'll let Paula highlight some of the things she's done in the past week. Go ahead, Paula.
Okay. Number one, the last AED is up at Ted Williams Camp bathrooms, and it's outside. And of course, my concern, because it's outside, is not only the heat, but it is under a covering, Scott. I got it under enough so that it's not in direct sunlight.
Great.
And of course, the other thing is that we've had some vandalism, and even though the alarm goes off when you open that door to get the AED, that doesn't mean it won't disappear, and that's my concern.
So there's been, excuse
Pardon
me,
me?
Paula, there's been vandalism already?
There was no vandalism in the backwoods there, right?
Oh, okay.
With the trees.
All
Yeah.
right.
When I heard that, naturally I was concerned, but all I can do is hope that nobody touches it outside, because it's, it's in the open. All right. I spoke with Lieutenant Pam Grant from the fire department, and she gave me available dates for classes for instruction on using the AED. Scott, you wanted to invite coaches and anybody that would come.
Yeah.
And so if I can give you all the dates and the days, and we can pick something, and I can get back to her. And I'm sure you'll all want this in the evening, at whatever time you prefer. Okay, September 9 is a Wednesday. September 14 is a Monday. September 15 is a Tuesday. September 22 is a Tuesday. And September 25 is a Friday. So if we all put our heads together and decide what's a good time to get together, and Pam or one of our colleagues will give instructions on the AED. And Scott, I think you suggested sending a notice out to the coaches and inviting them, anybody that wants to learn. Also, if somebody would like a certificate, it's a $35 fee, for being certified with the AED. Okay.
I guess my question is, where and how are we going to do this?
Well, I'm sure that Long Pond Lodge, and that room that you showed me, the big room, not the bar, but, we can be 6 feet apart. They can hold a class there, right?
We can only have 25 people.
Right. And if I got 15 people, I would be happy. The more people that know how to use it, the better we're off, especially when you got seniors playing pickleball, and it's in a area fairly close to them. So the AED. So I can only encourage all of us to know what to do in the event that we're around, and certainly the coaches if they choose to come. Okay,
I think we're going to have to limit it personally.
okay.
I think we will have.
Yeah,
the
you can
25.
limit it.
Personally, I think
And
we'll
all we can,
25.
okay, we can also divide it up into two sessions.
Yeah, okay.
All right, but I want the commissioners to think about a day and the time in the evening, I'm sure, because everybody works, so that I can get back to her. And then we could always hold a different day for coaches. I know that everybody has work to do, and it's not always available for them. Anyways, that was the other. And the last thing is the latest news from the Garden Club, Lakeville Garden Club, is that Nancy is trying to reach the designer. And that just means that they will come up with a design as soon as they can get together with, the shrubs or flowers that can be planted there. She already took the soil for sampling. And of course, we would at some point need the town to pull out all the shrubs in front of that building that are overgrown. And also she mentioned about the 3 trees that are growing very tall in front of the Ted Williams building. I don't know if they're pines or what they are, but they shouldn't be there. But anyways, we're not there yet, but it'll be in the future, hopefully September, October. And she will present a plan and design, hopefully when we can meet face to face and not be on Zoom. Do we know when Zoom's going to end?
Great question.
Okay,
Hey, Paula, I got a couple questions for you.
sure.
On the AED that's outside, those have a lock on. Why isn't that locked up when during non-business hours? Well,
No. Well, okay, the lock on that is for the alarm. So when that door opens and the alarm is not on, it goes off.
But you can't lock that cabinet door?
You cannot lock the door. You only can use the key to shut off the alarm when it opens up.
Oh, okay. I thought that lock was for the box itself. Okay.
No,
And-
none of the boxes lock. They have the handle on it for quick access. Excuse me, but that alarm is supposed to go off, and that's again up to us to check the AEDs and make sure that they are working, because it'd be nothing more embarrassing or harmful if they didn't work when we needed them. Right.
Another question, Paula. You talked about that training. You could have that training outside, right? Right outside the building. Plenty of people could stand around if you had to, right?
You can have the training any place you want, as long as we're in with it. We're in the Board of Health regulations and the governor's
Yeah.
guidelines.
So you could have 25 people outside spread around that building or whatever.
You
Sure.
can have 50 outdoors.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I
How
mean, as
long
long
is
as
the
it's not,
class?
as long as you don't want to expose anybody to mosquitoes. Don't forget.
Yep.
The later it gets in the evening, the more likely we might be in mosquito time.
Paula,
Yes.
Jesse had a question as to how long is the class? Do you know?
It shouldn't take us more than a half an hour to explain this. They're not giving CPR. They're not doing,
Right.
as far as I know, the class isn't on CPR. It's
No.
on just so we know how to use this.
Yep. And it's not rocket scientists.
Right. And you don't have to take a test.
No,
I don't think.
it's not a long event, Jesse. It's not like taking a CPR class.
Yeah, no problem. And then if it needs to be held outside, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yep.
As long as
Right.
Would you guys like to pick a date?
I'm
How
sorry?
about September 14th with an overflow on the 15th?
Yeah,
works for me.
I'm open to anything. I just wanted to give her an idea so she can, make sure that she gets an instructor there and they go through what we need to know.
Well, I'll put it out there that we shoot for September 14th, the Monday. And if we find we have
Mhm.
considerable people that want to do it, then we can open up the Tuesday.
All right. I will float
That's
that
good,
out there.
Joe
to
and
her.
Jesse?
It works for me.
Yeah, I'll be on vacation that week, so it doesn't work for me, but no big deal. I'll catch up. I'm familiar with the units. No problem.
Okay. All right, Paula, if you want to get back to her and see about Monday, the 14th, and we can start with that.
That would be great. Thanks for your
And in the
input.
meantime, Nellie, we're going to have to see if we can get some invites out to all the groups and tell them that they need to get back to us and sign up because we can only have so many people. You know, that we'll shoot for the 14th, and if we're overloaded, then we'll go to the 15th if they can handle us.
Perfect. What
Yeah.
time is the class, Paula?
Well, it depends on you people. You're the ones that are working all day. Me too. But if it's inside, I would say 6 o'clock. But so that if you're working, you can get there, right? Is that too early for everybody?
Why don't we make it 6:30?
6:30. Okay. All right. And as far as inside, I mean, since the governor says we can have a gathering of 25, right?
Yep.
Inside,
Yep.
we should be able to space apart 20 people anyway, right?
Yep. Yep. No, we'll have no problem with that,
Okay.
especially the big room.
All right. Perfect. Loon Pond Lodge on the 14th at 6:30. I'll start there. Okay?
Okay, so Nellie, if you can start by sending invites to all the groups and have them respond to you.
Yep.
And then we'll go with the first 25, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I'll ask them for that they have to list specific names
Yes.
for them to be able to attend.
Absolutely. Great.
Okay.
Great. Thank you, Paula.
Okay. Names, address, phone numbers as
Yep.
regulated by the
Yes.
Board of Health.
Right. We have to have
Thank
an
you.
entire list of everyone who's there, name, address, phone number, the whole thing, right? And
Okay.
we'll have the hand wash stations up and running.
Oh, good.
We do have them hopefully they'll be ready for this weekend. This party this weekend. Okay.
One other question to Nellie. Do we have any prospects for maintenance, or
What's that, Paula? Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
do we have any prospects for the part-time maintenance person?
Our human resources person reached out to the last person who applied, and they never got back to us. Never got back to her. So
Okay.
right now we have nobody. I do have a lead on somebody that's currently working for the highway department part-time to see if they may be
Oh,
interested
yes.
in the fall.
hmm
So
Are the hours flexible?
they
Scotty,
are, but we prefer them to be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 6 hours a day maybe, or something like that. That's when we need somebody, because Bobby can't work on the weekends all the time. It's
Mhm.
once in a great while that he does work on the weekends, because he has
But
another
he's
job himself.
flexible. He's flexible about maybe switching, like, say, for instance, working one Saturday so that if somebody couldn't make it on a Saturday.
Not really.
he's
No,
No.
no. He has a full-time job. He fills it in during the week and once in a while on the weekends. He works on the weekends.
Okay. It's
So-
just good to know, because if people have contacts with people with this kind of experience,
Yep.
they're going to ask those questions.
We're looking for
Okay.
18
I've got a separate TWC question real quick. The signs at the entrance are out of date. Can they say courts closed, open for run walk only? As far
Yeah.
as, isn't it, it's just the basketball court that's closed, right?
Well, basketball, football, lacrosse, soccer.
Well, it says courts, so
Yeah, well, basketball court, soccer court.
right. But
Football
tennis is
court.
open. I would just like that worded better. It's causing confusion. People think courts closed, run walk only. I think we need to find a better way.
What do you want to put?
Let's see. Basketball closed, football. I don't know. So courts closed is just
All right, you gotta remember this. They're big letters, and we only have 3 lines. So whatever we put up there has to be short, concise, and to the point.
all right. We'll figure out something better. It's not good right now. We'll work on it.
Okay, well, we'll come up with something and we'll change it. Okay, anybody else? Ted Williams Camp? Nothing, moving forward. Sports update. First thing on the docket is the Samurai's request to play 6 dates in the fall, starting beginning of September, Nellie?
Sure, I didn't get the beginning date.
What do you have for an ending date?
I don't have any dates
Okay.
for September 1.
I believe it was beginning of September to middle of October. I can clarify that. I have that at the office, but they're looking to play a doubleheader on the weekends and practice 1 date during the week. So we have to forward him the agreement and make sure he does have current documentation, but he has to fill out the new last one, Nellie.
Yes, yeah, that was the
Okay.
only one missing.
Yeah, he mentioned to me that for some reason he couldn't download that one from you. So if you want to, I don't know, if you want to send me the package and I'll forward it to him and see if that
Okay.
works.
Yeah, let's try
Hold
that.
on.
I did get the date beginning September 12th to October 24th.
That could be. I can't remember for sure. Whatever I maybe mentioned to you, I know it was beginning of September to middle
Yeah,
end
that
of
was in
October.
your email.
Okay. Then that's what he's looking for. Our typical cost for an AAU team is 5 weeks in a practice is $900.
That's
That's
correct.
correct?
Yep.
So we need to either agree with that's what we're going to charge him or something else. Joe, any comments?
No, I think, the fee is what it is, right? I don't.
Yep.
See, I mean, this is some discussion. I don't see the different,
Nope.
doing anything different.
I'm just asking you. Jesse,
Can I ask?
hold on, Paula. Jesse?
Okay,
No, I don't have any comment about that.
Okay, great. Paula?
I just want to ask, for that price, what are we including? Because I'm not aware of the old contract.
For
Like,
that
do
price,
we
we're
include
providing a field.
electricity?
For that price, we're providing a field for him to play on, a doubleheader on the weekends, and I believe it was a Saturday, but I'm not sure, and a practice date.
Any facilities involved or just the field?
Facilities meaning what?
Bathroom, snack bar, anything that involves electrical, plumbing, anything like that?
Nope, other than a
Okay.
bathroom, which is a porta john at this time.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Now, Scott, do they have to bring their own in, or are they gonna use one that's already there?
Good question. I guess we'd have to figure that out. Not everybody has brought in their own. Baseball did. I don't believe men's softball did. I don't believe the other AAU team did. I don't believe volleyball does. The only ones that have their own are pickleball, horseshoes, and Little League, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think we just need to float that by and see what they have to say. So maybe Nellie can mention that to them. Especially if they're having a doubleheader, assume there's gonna be fans, spectators around.
Yep.
They say.
Yep. So are we good with
So
the fee? That is our standard fee?
Mhm. Yep,
Joe, you good with that?
I'm good with it.
Jesse, you good with that?
Good, yep.
Paula, you good with that?
I am.
Okay, so Nellie, you will include that amount as our standard fee?
Okay.
And you can send that to me and I'll forward it to him.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. Next we have pickleball review. Joe, unless you want me to,
No, I'll start. I'll just inform the commission here. About a week or so ago, Scott and I met with representatives from the Lakeville Pickleball Club, Bob Hall and Kim Mitchell, to go over the contract, but the situation and all that, just to get a face-to-face meeting on some of the issues that we've been going around and around for a while. Like I said, my purpose was twofold. I wanted to learn a little bit about pickleball. I'd never seen it before. So Bob took me through that, looked at it, looked at the area they had. It's pretty cool sport, I gotta admit, up and coming. So it was interesting. And then we looked at the situation of the courts. They showed me where they filled in some cracks in the past year and things like that. But the main sticking point was with the contract itself. The contract states courts 2 and 3 only. It's very clear. Kim and Bob's main issue was, why can't we use court number 1? And Scott and I told him, and Scott did a nice job with the historical information of the last couple of years, that them painting court 1 when they shouldn't have, refused to paint it back. And we told him, the court 1 is to be used for tennis. That we offer many sports down at Ted Williams. Court 1 is tennis only. We agreed several years ago to allow them to use all of tennis court number 3, and shared court number 2 was half tennis, half pickleball. So that was what they signed up for, courts 2 and 3. They didn't like that idea. The meeting I thought was going to go a little bit better, but they were adamant they wanted to use court 1. We told them they can't because we leave it for tennis. Even though it's open, it's mainly it's used for tennis. No pickleball would be used on court number 1. So we parted at the end of the meeting, and unfortunately, we received a lot of emails, some nasty grams from the players of Lakeville Pickleball, some name calling, them calling us names, which is uncalled for, I thought. But anyway, it is what it is. So the point is, court 1 is not used for pickleball. It's for tennis only. We did recommend to Kim and Bob that they can request more time on courts 2 and 3, and I think they have done that. So I think we can review that tonight. I think they requested more time on court number 2, if I'm correct. Nelly, was at 8 till noon on a couple of days, I think.
Sorry, let me get the times for you. They are requesting, the original request was for court 2, I believe, but then when they replied again, they're asking for 2 and 3.
So if you can just list those up, I think we'll make a motion in a little bit to talk about that. But the point is, court 1 is for tennis only. I don't think a lot of the people in the LPC realized that there was a signed contract that said courts 2 and 3 only. I think that was the sticking point. Possibly maybe they didn't realize that. It's not. We're certainly not anti-pickleball. We're not anti-senior citizen or anything like that. That's the way it is. The contract was 2 and 3. Tennis is court number 1. And yes, people do use the tennis courts. We have seen it recently. People have used it, and so it is what it is. But Scott, unless you have something to add, but I think we can take up the motion for the added time on those other courts, and see if we can give them that time there. But like I said, court number 1 is off limits for pickleball.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to say a word if you wouldn't mind. It's Maureen Candido.
sure. Thank you, Maureen. Go ahead.
Sure. To echo on what Joe was saying, we had a lot of people reach out, but a lot of people were under the impression that we had taken something away or had done something that wasn't in the contract. So I think a lot more people understand that we were just adhering to the terms of the contract that was signed. And it was signed back in June, I believe. So I got a lot of passionate people sending me emails and back and forth. And I'm really happy to see that the board sat down, took their emails to heart, and wanted to see whatever they could do to work with the pickleball league to ensure that they get some time. But at the same time, making sure that we are protecting the people that play tennis in town, because they're equally entitled to be able to spend some time on the courts, especially during all COVID-19. But I'm very happy with the way that you people have all handled yourself. I think you've done a great job, and you're doing a great job at negotiating. So I just want to pass my thanks, and my thanks on to the people also that called me to complain. I know, having your voice heard is important, and please know that I got back to a handful of you when I could find the email trails, but I do appreciate you making your impassioned plea for pickleball, and it's important that everyone get out and get some exercise, and I'm happy that we can help accommodate them in whatever way that the board decides to vote tonight. But thank you for listening to both sides.
Thank you very much. I would just like to ask Nellie, currently, what days do they have and what time do they have them?
Okay. It's Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Hold on, I'm bringing up the official.
And Saturday.
Right here. And Saturday. Give me 1 second. I have to scroll through all the COVID documents. 1 second. There it is. Okay. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12. And then Wednesday, Friday, 6 to dusk.
So they currently now have it 6 times a week, and they're requesting 2 more days.
They're requesting Tuesday and Thursday, in addition, 8 to 12.
So they currently want Monday through Saturday, 8 to 12 on courts 2 and 3. I just want to get this.
Yes, the original request was for use of court number 3, but she did respond back again and then asked for 2 and 3. So I'm guessing they're looking for both 2 and 3 for the 2 extra days.
Okay. Just to point something out, I'm not against giving anybody more time, but currently at 6 times a week, they are using those pickleball courts more than any other group in the town for horseshoes, volleyball, baseball, if soccer was playing soccer, or football, just to put that point out there. So the question on the table is whether or not we allow them to add Tuesday, Thursday mornings, 8 to 12 on courts 2 and 3, not court 1.
Hey, Scott, I got one quick question for you, one clarification. I thought that it was we allowed them to use court number 3 100% of the time.
Yes, but we just asked them to tell us when they were using it. That's all.
Okay,
I mean,
okay. All right.
yes, we in a sense, 3 years ago, we graciously gave them court 3 to paint and do with what they wanted.
Mhm.
So, and that's all we've asked, is that they give us when they're going to be using it. Not that it's a problem using it. So it's
Okay.
more adding court 2. So that would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 to 12 on court 2, and Wednesday and Friday evenings, 6 to dusk on court 2, in addition to court 3. So, that being said, if there's someone that would like to make a motion to add Tuesday and Thursday, 8 to 12 in the morning, we will entertain that.
Can I raise a question?
You can.
Will they be offering any extra fee for this extra time?
Currently, no. Correct, Nellie?
Yeah, fee was not mentioned.
So just another
what-
clarification.
Hold on.
Sorry about it.
Yep. Paula, go ahead.
I was just going to put the question out there. What did the commission think was equitable when we give them this extra time? What do we get in return?
Currently, they're offering nothing. Just added time.
Are on a pay per player deal, right?
Currently, they're on a paid per player deal. $20 for the year,
Mhm.
which is different from some of the other groups. Some of the other groups pay per season, and that's how it was set up to do, but it hasn't been that way for pickleball.
But in response to Paula, what they did do early in the season, they did fill in the cracks on the pickleball area of the tennis courts area. Not the whole, all the cracks, but they did do that. So, like I said, I would entertain a motion that we allow them to use the extra time Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 to 12 on courts 2 and 3 for no additional fee for this year. Any discussion on that one? Because, no additional fee because of they did fill in the cracks there on that on the court there.
I will add, I just a second, Jesse. I understand what you're saying, Joe. But I will also entertain the board that most all the groups that use the fields in one way or another make major improvements to those fields. Soccer, for instance, paid over $40,000 to build those fields, and we still charge them $20 a kid. Horseshoes built those horseshoe pits, and we charge them $20 a head. So, I mean, and I said it to them when we met. We were very thankful that they did fill in the cracks. They did a very good job of filling in the cracks on the pickleball courts. And that, you know, that's kind of part and parcel of using the camp. As some people know and some people don't, we are an enterprise fund. We do not receive budget money from the town. So everything that we do down there is fees that are raised from personnel fees, like they're $20 to rentals of the lodge. So people need to understand that we don't get money from the town to support our budget. We have to raise our own funds. That being said, I'm not against that. I just wanted to raise that point, that most all the groups do make contributions to enhancing the camp or John Pond or wherever they're playing.
Can I make another suggestion? This is Paula.
Okay, Paula, go ahead.
If we give them those 2 mornings, will they take care of taking off the paint off the tennis court?
We can ask them again. I asked them at our meeting and they told me no.
But they
That's
want
up
more
to this-
time.
That's up to this board. We can vote to give them the 2 days for nothing, or we can add some type of contingency.
I recommend that we add a contingency. If they breach the contract by painting the tennis court, then I think that they are responsible for removing the paint. I don't think that's a lot to ask, and we're going to give them 2 more days.
Okay, well, we need to make a motion of some type on the 2 days. Tuesday and Thursday, 8 to 12. Is there someone that would like to make a motion?
Does that, okay, I'll make the motion, we allow them to use Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 to 12 an additional request for courts number 2 and 3. So they'll have it 6 days a week, 8 to 12.
I second that.
And Jesse seconds that. Is there any further discussion?
Can we have a motion on adding to that contingency of removing the paint?
Well, we have a motion on the floor that we have to either vote yes or no on. And
Okay.
then we can go from there.
All right.
So is there any other discussion? The motion on the floor is to allow the Lakeville Pickleball Club the additional days of Tuesday and Thursday morning, 8 to 12 for the remainder of the season. Joe Kasha, how do you vote?
Yay, yes.
Jesse Medford, how do you vote?
Aye.
Paula, how do you vote?
Nay.
Scott Holmes, I vote yay. The vote is 3-1. Is there any other business to do with pickleball that this group wants to entertain?
I'll just say one thing if I could. Just I hear what Paul is saying. That is an issue that they painted court 1 when they shouldn't have. This late in the season, I think we have to look at maybe for next year that court has to be painted back before use. But we can take that up in the off season. They're only probably talking another 6 weeks to go, I'm guessing. So I think we got to look at that again. But I think that's for another day.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Jesse, anything to add?
No, I agree with Joe on that.
Okay. Paula, would you like to add anything before we put pickleball to bed?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Nothing to add.
Okay, so we have voted to allow them to play Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, 8 to 12, in addition for no additional fee and no strings attached for this year. Okay, any other general updates? Joe, do you have anything for us on John Pond Park?
Let's skip over John. Okay, no. Free Lake softball looks like they're going to start playing in September. But one thing, I did have Ed from the Board of Health down there the other day to take a look at that bathroom unit. He's okayed the use of that unit because it is a single use unit. So I think I'm going to try to get that up and running in the next couple of weeks. So we'll have it in September after Labor Day for Free Lake softball.
So what we need to do is we need to get their paperwork in order.
Yeah.
For the COVID responses.
Yeah.
And their assurance that they will be cleaned daily.
Right. We're gonna post that out there. They have to do that, and they're gonna have to sign up for cleaning it daily. You're right. And it'll only be opened when they're there. They'll be the only ones using it.
Yep. They'll lock it up. That's fine. So Nellie, you'll need to get the paperwork out to them.
Yeah, Joe has the paperwork.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Jesse, do you have anything to add on sports updates?
No.
Paula, do you have anything to add?
I have a question about what we discussed at the last meeting on the dumpster at Clear Pond Park. Did we get the dumpster emptied? And if not, did we schedule somebody to empty that dumpster?
I don't know. I didn't get anybody.
I know we talked about a dumpster that's full and we were going to get, somebody has to be there to unlock it. And I offered to do that if you tell me what day the dumpster people are coming. If I'm around, I would unlock it so they come and do that. So we didn't do anything with that. Is that correct?
I didn't do anything with it.
Jesse was in on this. I don't know what. If
Yeah, I
we
remember.
followed
I
up.
was gonna bring it up when we get to Clear Pond Park. It was the August 10th meeting. Nellie had said that she would contact them and we would figure out if either me or you was available that day to unlock the gate.
I wasn't
Okay,
at the
so
meeting.
she
What's
wasn't
that?
at the meeting.
I
I
wasn't
wasn't
there.
at the meeting.
Oh, wasn't you? What was in the notes then?
I know.
I read it again today. Someone said they'd contact.
My presence is always around. I
You
did hear.
typed it. Do you remember who you typed about?
Okay,
I
just
heard
for
at
the sake
meeting
of
that it was
argument,
late, so I didn't get to do it. I figured we'd touch base on it today since we were
Okay.
together.
okay. So,
And I know
so,
someone was supposed to let us know when the gate could be opened and one of us would be there. Haven't
yeah,
heard.
I think Nellie didn't get the message. And so I'm asking if you, Nellie, if you want to call them and schedule it, I'd be happy to meet them there and open the gate, or if Jesse's around, whatever.
Yeah,
Is
and
that,
I wanted clarification on that. That's right. So we just want it cleaned out. We don't want it removed, correct?
No, not if they, as long as we're not paying for it. They've
Right.
left it there now for going on 4 years.
We just need it cleaned out because the season isn't going to occur and we can't keep it there for another year.
Right, it's a half full dumpster that's had trash in there for 11 months now or something.
Okay. Yeah, I can call them on Wednesday and see what we can do to set up sort of a schedule.
okay.
Great.
One other thing, there's medical equipment at Clear Pond Park. That should not be left in the building, and if, Jesse, if you can't get it out, I'd be happy to go pick it up and bring it inside, because it, again, is medical supplies that are going to be left over the winter. Well, they already were, I guess, and we should protect them.
So which building has medical supplies?
You know, it says employees only on the door,
Okay,
where I got the AED, where Scott got the AED from,
The
that building.
wooden building as you're going into the left. The metal space building's on the right. This building's on the left. First one you come to.
all right. I can go there this weekend and pick it up.
It's got a green padlock on it.
Yeah, I got a key to that.
Okay. So I think if we bring it back to the office, we should be able to preserve it without it getting damaged.
There's no guarantees
okay.
the office will be any warmer.
Okay. Yeah, I just heard it's not insulated, right?
Correct.
I just read that. Okay.
Put it
Thank
under
you.
a blanket.
Yeah. We'd have to put it in the lodge.
Ah, okay.
Well, that's what we have.
Yeah, no, I don't know if do we have storage in the lodge, any particular room. That would be, I hate to dump everything on the lodge, but I guess if it's going to be kept so our equipment is usable, it's what we need to do.
Yeah, I guess so. It's been fine so far, but yeah, whatever you think we need to do.
Okay.
Okay, moving
I have
forward.
nothing else.
Yes, go ahead.
I have nothing else. Thank you.
Okay. Clear Pond Park?
Right. The sand has been tilled now. There's no longer a foot of
I saw
grass
that.
out of
I
it.
saw that. Looks good.
Also, the Plymouth County Mosquito Control said that they sprayed there. It was the one park we told the town it didn't need to be sprayed since it wasn't being used, but they sent a list of everything they sprayed, and that was on, along with Ted Williams Camp and John Pond Park were on the list that they did spray. And then lastly, we've been, we got a letter with a request from someone from the town. Nellie put together a spreadsheet to answer some finances about Clear Pond Park. And it's not, the spreadsheet wasn't done in time to get posted with the agenda. So if you want to talk about it, we can put it up on the screen. If you don't have time, we'll have to do it next meeting. That'd be up to you, Scott.
I mean, Nellie, if you can screenshot it, we can try it for 5 minutes.
I can do so. Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay. So this shows you our budgeted expenses. This is not all encompassing. It's better than it has been. Nellie's been working diligently to make sure that she includes all the costs. As you can see, there's miscellaneous repairs and maintenance items that never really made the budget, but do get absorbed in our actual costs. And you know, those are part of the unknowns. In the past, it's always just gone through the repairs and maintenance, or just through the electric or trash removal, and not necessarily earmarked for Clear Pond. For the past 2 years, I've been working with Town Hall to try and get an expanded chart of accounts that would identify these costs, and they would be easily recognizable to anyone looking at our budget or expenses or even income. Hopefully this year we can get that fulfilled. It will make our job of identifying these costs, instead of having to pull them, go in and scan the whole repairs and maintenance for the year and have Nellie pulling them out. It would be nice to have them earmarked, you know, expenses Ted Williams, expenses John Pond, expenses Clear Pond, and identify them as such. But this is what we have. You know, it shows your overall payroll, shows your expenses that we have, and it shows a basic revenue. What it doesn't do, and is very hard to do, is break down between in town and out of town. We may have some information on that, but I don't think it's 100%. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nellie.
Right. We have the season passes broken down, but not like the gate.
Gate fees, right. So it's a work in process. This is better than it has been. It's been getting better. And if we can get the right chart of accounts, it will be much clearer and easier to pull out and match revenues with expenses, which is what our goal is to do. On a general note, you can see that our expenses outweigh our revenues, usually to the tune of an average of about $10,000 to $12,000 a year on a good average year. This year would not have been the case. Our revenues would have been a lot less, and I dare to say that our expenses would have been higher, because in looking at it, I feel we would have had to hire more maintenance to control the COVID parking issues, beach issues, bathroom cleaning issues, overall maintenance. I think our expenses would have been inflated from what they have been in the past. That's just me. But looking at it and seeing where we would have needed people, I think it would have definitely been higher. And we all know that the income would have been less. We would have been, with the help of Commissioner Kosher, we went to the beach and laid out approximately 12-foot squares with walkways to the beach, and, you know, anticipated that we would have been lucky to get 85 to 100 people on the beach at any one time. That certainly is a lot less than what we have, especially on the weekends. You know, we could have anywhere from 100 to 200 people, and that's not including any functions. So our revenues would have taken a hit, and I think our expenses would have gone up. That's my view, but you know, it's getting there, it's getting better. And like I said, with a better chart of accounts, this will be a lot easier to manage. Paula, you're looking at your food service, you know, as you can see there was a couple $1,000 return on our concessions. You know, some things were down, some things were up. But in general, that is what it is. Does anybody have any questions? Joe?
Nope.
Jesse?
No, I think you went over very well what was asked. You know, question was just, you know, why is it costs $58,000 to run it for a couple months in the summer. I think you went over that pretty well. The reason we have so much staff there, you know, we really can't cut back on that. And we discussed this a lot.
Yes, we did.
We were trying to figure out, you know, if we should even open this year and how would it even be possible. And that's why we came to the determination to not open this year. And, you know, we just have to work on some efficiencies for next year, and you know, we can make it work again, and hopefully narrow that $12,000 gap a little bit better.
Yep. And just for point of reference, my vote not to open the pond was not based on money. My vote was based on safety of our employees. But that's another story. Paula, do you have any comments or questions?
No, for the safety of the community and the employees, I understand it was a smart move
It was
not to
unfortunate. It
open.
was unfortunate. It's not anything that anybody wanted to do. Believe me,
We had to do it.
it was very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay. That being said, does anybody have any more comments to do with this? If there's no comments, we'll take it down off the screen. And Jesse, do you have any more Clear Pond Park items?
Oh, that was it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. John Pond Park, Mr. Kasha.
Nobody went over that. Well said.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Any other old business to review? Nobody? Jesse? Paula? Joe?
No.
Okay. Any items from the clerk?
It was really just to review the requests from the last meeting for the office items. Mainly just to clarify that, so I do have a copier that was a hand-me-down that no longer works, so looking to get it out of there. I do have my desktop printer / copier, but it's not really made very well to handle large items of
Okay.
printing.
So we're looking for a small,
Yeah, it's
Office
just
copier.
desktop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
there was a possible donation, but I did look into it, and unfortunately it won't work for us and what we need. So we're kind of still on the lookout for anything possible for that. The other thing was the phone.
phone.
I do need a phone.
Okay,
That would be great. The other little items are really just things from WB Mason, which I'm starting to order.
yep.
They're just small
Phone,
things.
obviously a handheld portable phone. 1, 2 phones.
I was thinking
Probably
kind
two-
of, because there should be one in the lodge, and it's the same phone line in the office. But really it's the lodge that should have the voicemail.
Don't they have one in there?
Not anymore, it broke.
The one taking voice messages?
Yeah,
When did it break?
I'm unsure, but when I started moving, I took the phone I used in town hall and hooked it up into the office so then we could get messages.
Okay. All right, so how many extensions? 2, 3?
I don't know, is there a combo where, because in the office, I could just use an office phone. I don't need a cordless, really. But the lodge really needs a cordless. Is there a combo like that?
I'll look. I've got the card. I can go over to Home Depot,
Okay.
see what they have. Maybe I can get a copy or two. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what they got over there for office supplies.
Exactly.
I'm sure we can find a phone.
But our mail slot looks great.
Yes. Is that Mr. Nolan?
It was.
Thank you, Mr. Nolan, wherever you are.
Pretty.
It looks great. I'm just
Did a
gonna
nice
hook
job
up.
on that.
I'm
So
gonna.
now we can have, sports groups. They can. Is there a thing in the back for it to go into?
There isn't. So I was thinking about putting a box on the floor on the bottom, but then it's going to hinder opening the door to come in. So I'm hoping I could do just command strips on the back of the door and a basket hanging
Okay.
so things can just slide in.
All right, well, yeah, it'd be nice if we could put a small, even if it's plastic, just to,
Right.
I mean, because there's not going to be a lot of stuff all at once. It's going to be dribs and drabs for the most
Exactly.
part. We'll see what we can figure out. We'll figure out something. I think it'd be good if we could have something that it falls into, so you don't have to worry about ripping something opening the door.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Any other business from the commission?
Nope.
Joe?
Nope.
Jesse?
Nothing.
Paula?
No,
Okay, I'm looking here and I don't see any questions from the Facebook community. So we don't have anything to answer there. Nellie, do you have anything to add?
Nope.
Okay, well, if that being the case, do we want to pick a night for our next meeting?
2 weeks would bring us to Labor Day.
So we can't do it on Labor Day.
Right.
So do you want to go the Tuesday, or do you want to go the week after or the week before? Do you want to go 1 week and then go 2? Any ideas? Anybody got any?
I don't know if we have enough to warrant a 1 week meeting.
Yeah.
What if we went Tuesday or Wednesday that night, that week, the 8th or the 9th?
how about the
Yeah,
8th? Is that a Tuesday?
I'm available the 8th, but I'm not the 9th, so 8th works for me.
The 8th is better for me. Yep.
8 is fine for me.
Okay.
That
Is
would be two.
Maureen still here? Maureen, are you here?
I am.
Do we have any inkling as to when we might be able to have an in-person meeting?
So the Board of Selectmen have taken it under advisement, and they have not voted again to, as of yet, to have in-person meetings.
Okay.
We were taking it up, and then COVID-19 has gone the wrong way
Yes.
in the last 2 weeks.
Very
So
unfortunate.
yes, so we became less inclined to talk about it now. I
Okay.
know we will be looking at it again next month, and hopefully not the month after that. But again, the numbers have gone the wrong way, and
Statewide.
have really put a damper on a lot of plans for a lot of things in town, and a lot of things in everyone's life. So so no plans as of yet to change the remote meeting policy.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay. All right,
And that's
so
why I was muted, yes.
so we're looking at September 8th on another Zoom meeting. Is everybody okay with that? Joe,
Yes? Yep.
Jesse,
Good
Paula?
for me.
Yes,
Okay, 6:30 on the 8th.
yes.
Tuesday. Just remembering I may not be able to make a Tuesday meeting.
Well,
Well, look at my calendar. That's why I have it put in my calendar. I thought I'd be able to, but I am previously engaged.
Okay. How about another day that week? Is Monday the Labor Day?
Correct.
So Tuesday's out, Wednesday's out. What about Thursday?
Jesse, Thursday, 10th?
No, that week I'm gone. Only day I'm home is Tuesday. I wouldn't be able to remote in either. National Guard. But
Okay.
I mean, if I'm the only,
Understandable. I don't know about Mike's situation, so that would leave us 3 members. And if somebody couldn't make it, we'd have to cancel the meeting. So I think we're either gonna have to look at the week before or the week after.
All right, what if we meet at the first or the second?
If it's a short meeting, it's a short meeting.
Yeah.
Monday, the 31st,
Okay.
1 week from today.
Right, do that too.
Does that work?
Monday, the 31st works for me.
Anybody else?
I'm fine.
I will do my best to be here, but I can't guarantee anything.
Who's that? Jesse or Scott?
Scott,
Oh, okay. Hmm.
All right, see what you can do, Scott, let us know.
yep, either that or Wednesday the 2nd, so.
Oh, Wednesday the 2nd. Is
Open
anybody
Space
available
meets
on
Wednesday the 2nd, so I'd miss that one.
I also couldn't do Wednesday the 2nd.
And Thursday's the 3rd. Is that
Hey.
what's that like?
Thursday the 3rd.
Thursday works for me.
What's that?
I said Thursday works for me. Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday that week.
Anybody else?
I
Yeah,
can
that's
make
fine.
it on the 3rd. How about Joe?
That's no problem, I can make it on the 3rd.
All right, let's shoot for that then.
All right. All right. September 3rd.
Thursday, September 3rd. Okay, we'll try that.
All right, guys, good.
All right, I have entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn at 8 p.m.
Second,
Seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Joe?
all right,
Jesse?
Aye.
Paula?
Aye.
Scott? Aye. So be it at 8 o'clock p.m. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.